Did you record? Hey friends, today we're going to be learning about rhubarb. So rhubarb is this lovely piece of, do you think it's a fruit or a vegetable? It is a vegetable because it does not have any seeds. So we're going to be learning about a vegetable today that many people consider a fruit. So rhubarb grows from a plant that is in a bush. So it's one big bush that you can peel pieces off of. Rhubarb looks a lot like celery. It's a very, very, very interesting vegetable, but it does not taste anything at all like celery. Rhubarb actually tastes sour, tart, sort of like a green apple. It's used in a lot of sweet dishes, and sometimes it's in some savory dishes as well. Today we are going to be making strawberry rhubarb jam. I'm very excited to be showing you guys what we're going to be doing. As I told you in the last video, you want to make sure to be very safe when it comes to using a knife. You want to curl your fingers and make sure that you get an adult's permission before you decide to use a knife. So for the rhubarb jam, we are going to be cutting the rhubarb into some pieces because it needs to be cooked. So we're just going to cut now. Rhubarb comes in 3 different colors. It comes in this bright red color. It also can come in green, and it can come in speckled pink, so it's not fully red. It's also really important to note that if you see rhubarb in the wild, do not eat its leaves. Its leaves are poisonous and they are not going to be good for you. This particular rhubarb, you can see they cut off the top of its leaf. You want to come closer and see? This is where the leaf would have grown. It would have been nice and big, but to make sure that no one gets into any trouble, they cut off that so your tummies don't feel sick. You don't hurt yourself. So we're just gonna keep cutting.
Deja vu, I've just been in this place before. Higher on the street, and I know it's my time to go. Going new, and the search is a mystery. Standing on my feet, it's so hard when I try to be me.
Okay, so we just finished cutting our rhubarb. It is in a pot right now, and it's a strawberry rhubarb jam, so we have to cut our strawberries as well. So I'm going to be cutting the strawberries. Again, you want to be careful. So with strawberries, you want to cut off the top of it, because we're not going to need that. And then we're going to have to slice it in half and just toss them straight in there. So I'm going to just cut these up, and then we'll move on to the next part of the recipe. Just finished cutting our strawberries. So right now we have our rhubarb and our strawberries. They are going to be cooking soon, but before we do that, we have to cut a lemon. Now, why we have to cut a lemon is very important. The fruits create something called pectin, which helps keep them binding together. So when you take a jam out and it's nice and goopy and sticky, that's what pectin creates. But when a fruit is being cooked, it boils it down. So we're gonna add lemon juice to it to bring it back up so it stays that nice goopy, sticky feeling that you have when you eat jam or jelly or something like that. So to use the lemon, we're gonna roll it first because that gets all the juices flowing. Just give it a nice roll, okay? And usually we need to have a big lemon. We're gonna have to only use half of it when it's big. But because this is small, we're gonna have to use the whole thing. So I'm gonna cut it in half And this is what's really important because there are seeds. I don't know if you can see that seed wanting to pop out. We don't want seeds in our jam. I think that would not be fun. So we're gonna just try and squeeze out the juice. Do you see the seed popping up? I don't want that. No, thank you. Oh, more seeds. Yeah, no. Oh, they all have to go. No, more seeds. Maybe I should do it this way. There are some good utensils you could use. But I guess I'm just going to have to use my fingers because I don't have any of those utensils. I'm not cool like that, you know? Just keep. Ooh. Make sure you don't have any open cuts or anything because if you do, the lemon juice is going to stink and it will not feel fun. Okay, so that was half of one. Now we have to use the other half of one. Oh my goodness. It just wants to squirt everywhere. That's not fun. All right, we're almost done. So close. All right, so now the lemon is done. The last thing that we're gonna add, so rhubarb is very, very, very tart. It needs to have some sweetness to it. Strawberries are sweet, but they're not sweet enough. So we're gonna have to add some sugar. That's a lot of sugar. We're gonna have to add about 2 1/4 cups of sugar. Woo! That's insane. So now what we're gonna do is we're gonna move this over to the stove. And like I told you last time, make sure that you don't use the stove unless you get a parent's permission. We're gonna light it up. Ooh. Let's see, this one's giving me some trouble. Ooh, there we go. Woo, wild. All right, so then we're gonna have to let this cook. And I will show you guys. So what's gonna happen is we're gonna have to let it cook and bubble and spill over around because it needs to break down. And it's gonna have to cook for about an hour. So I will update you guys when it's getting ready to be broken down and so on. Okay, so right now you can see I mixed everything around. The sugar is dissolving with the other fruits. And if you come in closer and you look and see, come on closer. You can look and see in here. Those are the juices that I'm talking about. So this is gonna have to keep cooking down more and more as it continues on. Okay. Okay, so right now it's bubbling, which is really, really good. It's breaking down, so we have to turn our heat down a bit, and we're just gonna keep it on a medium-low heat and let it just continue to bubble and break down even more. It smells so good. I wish you guys could smell it with me right now. Okay. Okay, so we finished our jam. I'm gonna be canning it. You can either can it or you can just put it in a refrigerator and it's good for 2 weeks, but I wanna can it so that way the next time I see you, I'm able to enjoy this jam with you. Okay,